The sky was calm, the sun just starting to sink behind the horizon. People on Earth were finishing their daily routines, some walking dogs, some returning from work, others just enjoying the warm evening air. Suddenly, a deep hum vibrated through the city streets. Cars shook, windows rattled, and a strange silence fell over the crowds. "What is that?" a woman whispered, clutching her child's hand. I don't know," the man beside her said, staring at the sky dot above them. Something impossible appeared. Shadows moved across the clouds, growing larger, darker, and more ominous. Gigantic shaped ships glimmered with strange lights. They were not like any aircraft humans had built. They hovered silently, perfectly still, as if watching. Aliens? A teenager gasped, his eyes wide. The city panicked. Emergency sirens wailed. People ran in every direction, and military jets scrambled to intercept the fleet. Commands crackled over radios, voices urgent, tense. "Identify, identify. What are they doing?" A military officer shouted into his radio. A deep, mechanical voice echoed from the sky, amplified through every speaker in the city. "Humans of Earth, surrender now. Resistance will be annihilated." A chill ran through the crowd. Mothers pulled. Children close, soldiers tightened their grips on weapons, and hearts pounded with fear. But then something strange happened. Amid the chaos, people stopped screaming. They paused. And slowly, one by one, they started to smile. Why are they smiling? A young officer asked, confused, his voice shaking. A veteran nearby shook his head. I don't know. Just stay calm." The aliens in the sky adjusted their positions, glowing panels reflecting light like giant eyes scanning the ground. One massive ship descended, so close that its shadow swallowed several blocks. A small hatch opened, and a beam of light shot down, illuminating a plaza filled with humans. "Step forward," the voice commanded. "Surrender or face destruction." A young woman, her hair blowing in the wind, looked around. She took a deep breath and walked forward. Others followed. They did not run. They did not fight. They simply stepped into the light. The aliens studied them. Something was unusual. Their sensors flickered. The calm, confident expressions of humans were not what the aliens expected. Their massive ships hovered silently, waiting for some sign of fear, but found none. A general on the alien bridge leaned closer to a holographic display. Why are they not afraid? This should terrify them." Another officer replied, "It is strange. Their bodies do not tremble. Their faces, they are smiling. It is unnatural." Back on Earth, the crowd gathered in the plaza, looking up at the enormous ships. Some whispered, "Are they crazy?" Others said, "Or are they brave?" The woman who first stepped forward spoke aloud, her voice strong and clear. "We are not afraid. We have faced worse than you." The aliens paused, processing. There was no fear, no panic, only quiet confidence. It was unlike anything they had ever seen across the galaxy. Suddenly, one of the alien ships fired a warning shot. A massive energy beam struck a building nearby, sending debris flying. People screamed, scattering in all directions. But the humans quickly regrouped, helping the injured, shielding children, and standing tall as the beam passed over them without further harm. The aliens frowned. Their scanners showed chaos, but also cooperation. Humans seemed small, weak, fragile. But their courage, their unity, was something the aliens could not calculate. A young boy, holding his little sister, pointed at the sky. "Look, there. Blinking, the lights are changing." Indeed, the alien ships began shifting patterns, like a giant puzzle in motion. They were trying to intimidate, to show power, but the humans did not flinch. Instead, they observed, curious, like students watching a lesson. One soldier muttered to another, "I've never seen anything like this. We're supposed to be in control. Supposed to terrify them, but they're just smiling." The woman in the plaza raised her arms. "We do not need your fear to guide us. We will survive and we will protect our home. You may have power, but we have something you cannot touch: courage, unity, and the will to fight for each other." The aliens' massive forms hesitated. They had expected submission, panic, terror, but not this. This was resistance in its rawest form, born not of weapons, but of spirit. "Prepare the tactical strike," one alien commander ordered, his voice tight, shaking almost imperceptibly. "Show them our true power." On the ground, humans watched the sky. They did not run. They did not panic. They simply waited, ready. Soldiers took positions, engineers opened control panels, and civilians helped where they could. There was fear, yes, but it was controlled, focused, and sharpened into determination. Then, the unexpected happened. From the crowd, a young man shouted, "Look at the drones. They're all lined up." Indeed, small human-made drones zipped around the massive shadows of alien ships, dancing and weaving, invisible until they moved. Some emitted flashes of light that seemed to confuse the alien sensors. Others carried small, unassuming devices that humans had crafted in secret. The aliens' massive hulls shifted again, scanning, recalculating. Something was off. The humans had anticipated their arrival, and now the aliens realized that this was not going to be easy. The woman in the plaza smiled at the young boy holding his sister. "We've been waiting for this day. Not because we want war, but because we are ready to show who we are." The hum of the ships grew louder, the humans tensed. And in that moment, both sides understood this encounter was only the beginning. The sky above Earth was no longer calm. It was alive with possibility, tension, and the quiet, unshakable courage of a species that refused to bow. And humanity smiled. The sun had disappeared completely, leaving the city bathed in the cold light of alien ships. Streets were eerily quiet now, except for the occasional hum of drones or the clatter of debris. Humans had regrouped after the first shocking arrival. Soldiers stood ready, engineers scurried to hidden control panels, and civilians clung to hope. A broadcast echoed from the largest ship, deep and mechanical. "Humans, you are foolish to resist. Surrender now or face total destruction." The woman who had first walked forward yesterday stood in the plaza again. Her voice was steady. "We will not surrender. This is our home. You may be strong, but you will not break us." From the shadows, a young officer whispered, "Do they know how strong their weapons are? One hit from those ships, and everything could be gone." "They know," the veteran replied. "And they are ready anyway. That is what scares the aliens." The alien voice crackled again. "You are primitive. Your technology is weak. You cannot defend against the Galactic Armada. Your resistance is meaningless." A boy holding a makeshift RADIO spoke up. "Maybe they are powerful, but they don't understand us. We don't fight like they expect." A small smile appeared on the woman's face. "Exactly. They judge by size and firepower. They do not see our strategy, our minds, our unity." Suddenly, a massive light beam shot across the city, flattening a block of buildings. People screamed. Dust and smoke filled the air. Soldiers shouted commands, pulling civilians into cover. Yet, in the chaos, humans worked together, forming lines, guiding the wounded, protecting each other. "Look at them," an alien officer exclaimed through the bridge. "They are small. They are weak. Why? Why are they still moving forward? They are resilient," another alien whispered, almost in awe. "They do not fear death. Their minds are unpredictable. It is strange." In the city, humans had begun to take action. Small teams of engineers activated devices they had kept secret for decades. Drones lifted off from hidden garages, rooftops, and tunnels, weaving between alien sensors with bright lights and quick movements. Some carried small electromagnetic pulses, others emitted confusing signals. One alien ship shifted its massive hull. "They are interfering with our sensors," it growled. "How can such primitive creatures manipulate technology we barely notice?" The woman raised her voice to the humans below. "Do not panic. Every move we make counts. Watch the skies. Watch each other. Trust your instincts." A soldier checked his rifle, scanning the nearest alien vessel. "They're huge, but they are slow to react. If we can confuse them, we might gain a chance." "Yes," the woman nodded. "Every small action counts. Every moment of courage matters." The aliens, still observing, shifted there. Strategy: deploy strike teams. Take the humans alive if possible. Capture their leaders. Show them our power. But the humans had anticipated something like this. Groups of civilians had formed impromptu barricades, while engineers remotely activated small defensive devices hidden in the streets. The first alien strike team landed, glowing suits and weapons raised. They expected to intimidate Dot instead. They found humans hiding in shadows, striking back with clever traps. Wires tripped the aliens. Small explosions sent them stumbling, and beams of light from reflective surfaces confused their sensors. "What is this?" An alien officer shouted. "Our weapons. They are ineffective against these primitive tricks." "They are not weak," another replied. "They are clever, unpredictable. We did not anticipate this." The humans regrouped quickly. A young man held up a makeshift signaling device. "Follow my lead. Move together." Teams of civilians and soldiers worked seamlessly. Some lured alien drones into traps, while others guided wounded civilians to safety. The aliens fired, but every attack was countered, avoided, or turned back. The woman in the plaza observed quietly. "They expect fear. They expect panic. Give them neither. Show them who we really are." The alien ships shifted again, now in a strange formation. "They are adapting," the commander growled. "How do they know what to do before we even strike?" From a rooftop, the boy pointed. "Look, the ships. They're blinking in patterns. They're scanning us, trying to figure out our moves." "Yes," said the woman, "and we will keep moving. Let them scan. Let them try to predict. It will only make them slower." Another beam shot down suddenly, aiming for a large street gathering. Humans scattered, but quickly reassembled behind a barricade. Engineers had activated small devices that interfered with the alien targeting system. The beam missed, hitting only empty streets. "Impossible," the alien voice hissed. "They are small. They are fragile, yet they are everywhere, controlling everything." "Humans," whispered one alien, almost afraid. "They do not fight like any species we have faced. They do not obey fear. They think differently." The woman's eyes scanned the sky. She raised her hand, signaling a silent command to teams below. Drones moved, civilians shifted positions, and the soldiers readied themselves. Each human acted with purpose, courage, and strategy. The aliens fired again, massive beams and pulses of energy. But humans were ready. A combination of traps, small EMP devices, and careful coordination turned every attack into confusion for the invaders. A young soldier shouted, "We're holding them back. Keep moving. Don't stop." "Yes," the woman cheered. "You are all doing perfectly. This is our fight, but also our proof. They cannot scare us. They cannot break us." From the command ship, the alien general slammed a claw against the console. "They are impossible. How can such primitive creatures be so organized?" The other officer hesitated. "They are not just fighting. They are learning. Every move we make, they adapt. faster than any species we know. Below, humans smiled, not because they were winning yet, but because they were not afraid. That simple act, the refusal to bow, to panic, to surrender, was already unsettling the invaders. And in that quiet defiance, a new tension settled over the battlefield. The aliens realized this would not be an easy conquest. Humans were not just fighting. They were showing something deeper: courage, unity, and a mind that refused to be predicted. And humanity waited, calm, ready, and unshaken. The city was quiet now, but the tension was thicker than ever. Smoke and dust still hung in the streets from the first skirmishes, and the hum of alien ships vibrated constantly above. Humans had regrouped, but they knew the next move would be critical. "They are too strong," whispered a young soldier, checking the scope of his rifle. "One wrong step and we're done." "Strength alone does not win battles," the veteran replied calmly. "Watch and learn. Humans have something they cannot calculate: cleverness, strategy, and courage." From the sky, a massive alien ship descended. Its lights blazed, scanning the ground. "Primitive humans," the alien commander hissed. "You will be crushed. Resistance is meaningless." The woman in the plaza looked up. "We are not meaningless. You only see what you want: size, weapons, fear. But we have thought ahead. We are ready." A boy pointed to the rooftops. "Look, they're opening those big doors like they're sending troops down." "Yes," the woman said, "and we will meet them on our terms." Teams of humans moved. With precision, soldiers took positions, engineers activated small drones, and civilians moved supplies and equipment. Drones zipped around the streets, confusing alien sensors. Small devices sent pulses of energy that interfered with alien targeting. Every move was planned. Every action had a purpose. The aliens fired a massive beam toward a street corner, expecting humans to scatter. But humans were already ready. They had activated hidden shields and redirected the energy into empty buildings. Debris flew, smoke rose, but no lives were lost. How are they predicting us?" an alien officer whispered. "This is impossible. They are small, weak, primitive." "Yet they are thinking ahead," another officer said, frustration in his voice. "Their strategy is clever, unpredictable, dangerous." From the ground, the young boy shouted, "Go now! Move together!" Soldiers and civilians acted in perfect coordination. They led alien troops into narrow streets where their massive weapons became useless. Drones swooped from above, tripping and blinding the alien sensors. Simple tools, small tricks, clever planning. Humans used everything they had. The alien commander's voice was sharp. "Deploy full strike units. Overwhelm them. End their resistance." But humans had anticipated this. The woman signaled, and hidden traps were activated. Nets dropped from above, wires tripped the invaders, and small EMP pulses disabled parts of their armor. Confusion erupted among the alien troops. They fired blindly, hitting nothing, while humans continued their coordinated strikes. "Impossible!" shouted an alien officer as he stumbled. "Our technology, our power, it should be enough." A young soldier grinned. "It's not just weapons," he said. "It's brains. That's why we're winning this fight." The woman raised her voice, rallying the people. "Remember, fear is their weapon. Don't give it to them. Stay calm, stay clever, and keep moving." The alien ships shifted in the sky, attempting to regroup. Massive beams of energy shot toward human barricades. But every attack met a countermeasure. Humans used the environment to their advantage. Debris, narrow streets, reflective glass, and even small fires to confuse and slow the invaders. From the alien bridge, the general slammed a claw against the console. "They are resisting every attack we make. They are ready. How can such weak beings be so coordinated?" "They are not weak," whispered another alien. "They are unpredictable. Their minds are not like any species we know. They think, they adapt, they survive. In the city, humans were moving with purpose. The boy guided a drone to deliver a small device to the top of a building. It emitted a pulse that jammed alien sensors. Soldiers pushed forward, taking advantage of every blind spot. Civilians helped, carrying supplies and assisting the injured. One alien strike team tried to flank a group of humans. But humans had anticipated the move. From the rooftops, small drones released smoke and mirrors, blinding the aliens' vision. Nets dropped, tripping their legs. Simple traps, simple tools, but executed perfectly. The alien officer cursed. They are anticipating us at every turn. How can primitive creatures do this? They fight with unity, another replied softly. And with courage. Their minds are sharper than our weapons. That is why they survive. The woman moved to the center of the plaza, standing tall. You see us aliens, you see our size, you see our weapons. But that is not enough to measure strength. Strength is in our will, our courage, and our unity. We fight for each other. That is something you cannot calculate, and something you will never understand. The alien ships paused, scanning, trying to comprehend what they could not. Humans were small, fragile, seemingly defenseless, but their actions had made the invaders hesitate, confused, and uncertain. Prepare the main cannon, one officer shouted. We will destroy them all. The veteran soldier laughed quietly. Go ahead. They will never hit what they can't predict. And humans continued their dance of strategy and courage. Every move seemed small, yet together, it created an unstoppable rhythm. The aliens could strike, but humans had already moved. The invaders could aim, but humans had already adapted. Woman looked at the boy and smiled. This is only the beginning. They may be powerful, but they are not unbeatable. Stay calm, stay clever, and never forget who we are. The sky above pulsed with energy, the aliens' frustration growing. But humans remained steady, watching, waiting, ready for the next move. This was not just a fight for survival. This was proof that humans were more than their size or weapons, and humanity struck back not with rage, but with cleverness, courage, and unshakable unity. The alien command bridge was quiet, yet tension hung thick in the air. Massive holographic screens displayed Earth below, dotted with humans moving in precise patterns. Alien officers paced nervously, their glowing eyes flicking between the screens. And each other. This is not going as planned, muttered one officer, his voice tight. They are small, weak. Yet they continue to resist. Every strike we make, they are ready. The general slammed a claw against the console. Do you not understand? They are primitive. Our weapons, our ships, our technology, they should have crushed them by now. Why do they not break? They are unusual, another officer replied softly, almost afraid. Their minds are not like any species we know. They anticipate, they adapt. They do not fear us, that is, dangerous, the general growled. Dangerous? They are humans. Tiny, fragile, insignificant. And yet, they continue to challenge us. How is this possible? A holographic map flickered, showing human movements across the city. Drones zipped from building to building. Civilians helped soldiers. Engineers activated hidden devices. Every action seemed small, yet perfectly coordinated. They are learning faster than we can predict, whispered a young officer, fear creeping into his voice. They see our attacks before we even make them. They adapt. Every time we strike, they counter it. How can this be? The general slammed his claw again. I do not care how. Deploy the full strike units. Crush them. Leave nothing standing. From the screens, alien strike teams were sent down. They descended rapidly, glowing suits bristling with weapons. Their mission: intimidate, destroy, and capture human leaders. On Earth, humans had anticipated this. Small groups moved into position, leading the invaders into narrow streets and traps. Drones confused alien sensors. Simple devices jammed targeting systems. Humans fought not with raw strength, but with cunning, agility, and teamwork. Impossible! An alien officer shouted as his strike team stumbled into a trap. Their defenses, their coordination. It is unthinkable. They are not just fighting, the general muttered, almost to himself. They are thinking, they are planning. Every action we take, they adapt, faster than any species we have faced. From the bridge, the young officer turned to the general. Sir, maybe our approach is wrong. We rely on fear, intimidation, and power. Humans, they do not respond to fear. They do not obey intimidation. They think differently. The general's eyes narrowed. Think differently? What does that even mean? They are humans. They should fear us. They should panic. They do not, the officer said softly. They are calm. They are confident. They understand something. We do not. A pause fell over the bridge. The general studied the holographic map, watching humans move with precision and courage. Soldiers, civilians, engineers, all acting as one. The humans were small, fragile, and seemingly defenseless, but their coordination, unity, and courage were unsettling. They fight not because they are strong, the officer continued. They fight because they are united. Every move is connected. Every action is thought through. And their courage, their will, it is unbreakable. The general growled, frustration and confusion mixing with something else unease. This cannot be. No species can resist the Galactic Armada and survive. They should be dead, broken, begging for mercy. Yet, they are smiling. They are ready. Always ready. A lower-ranking officer whispered, Sir, maybe this is why we underestimate them. We look at size and weapons, but strength is more than that. Humans, they have something we cannot calculate, something unpredictable. The general slammed. A claw against the console again. Sparks flew. Enough. We will not underestimate them. Prepare the main cannon. Destroy the city. End this foolish resistance. But sir, the young officer said cautiously, even that may not work. They are clever. They have traps, strategies, and patience. Every time we strike, they adapt. If we destroy too much, we may play into their plan. The general froze. Their plan? They are small. They are fragile. Yet they act with unity. Every action has purpose. They are guiding us, manipulating us into positions where we make mistakes. That is their strategy. We cannot predict it. The bridge fell silent. Screens displayed humans calmly observing alien movements, adjusting quickly and continuing their defense. A woman led a group of soldiers and civilians, giving silent signals. Small drones zipped around alien ships, confusing sensors. Tiny devices disrupted weapons. Every move, every human, was part of a larger design. The general whispered, almost to himself, they are not just fighting, they are teaching us something we cannot understand. Another officer looked nervously at him. Sir, perhaps this is why no species has faced them and succeeded. They are more than their size, their weapons, their numbers. They are human. The general leaned back, his massive frame tense. Human? Perhaps. But this is dangerous. They are dangerous, small, fragile, and yet dangerous. From the city below, humans continued their actions, moving with purpose, helping the injured, confusing the invaders, and standing tall against weapons that should have destroyed them. Their courage, their unity, and their intelligence were shaking the alien invaders in ways no weapon could. They do not fear death, whispered the young officer. They embrace it, but also protect each other. They fight with their minds, not just their bodies. That is why we cannot break them. The general stared at the screens, fury and fear mixing in his glowing eyes. Then we adapt, we change, we learn. We will not fail. But, mark my words, officers, we will not underestimate them again. Humans, they are not just fighters. They are unpredictable, dangerous, and I do not know if we are ready for what comes next. The bridge fell silent again. The hum of alien ships vibrated in the air, a tense rhythm over the city below. Humans continued their defense, calm, clever, and unbroken. The invaders were powerful, yet their confidence wavered. For the first time, the Galactic Armada realized that some battles could not be won by size or strength alone, and on Earth, humanity watched the sky, knowing that the true test had only just begun. The city was dark except for the glow of alien ships above. Humans had adapted, fighting with intelligence and courage. But even as they held the streets, tension grew. The Galactic Armada was massive, and every passing hour made their threat more dangerous. They are learning faster than we expected, whispered a soldier, checking his scanner. Their attacks, their strategies, every move is precise. Yes, replied the veteran beside him. We've slowed them, but they will strike harder soon. We need an advantage, something they cannot anticipate. Suddenly, a strange signal appeared on the city's communication network. It was unlike anything the humans had sent or received. The woman in the plaza frowned, watching the display. Who is this? Show yourself. A soft mechanical voice replied, calm but unfamiliar. We are not your enemies. We have observed the Armada. You are not alone. The crowd froze. Soldiers tightened grips on rifles, civilians stepped back, and even the drones hovered mid-air. As humans tried to process the message, not enemies? The woman asked, then who are you? A holographic figure appeared above the streets. Its form was alien, but different, smaller, sleek, and unthreatening. Its eyes glowed softly, and its movements were careful, precise. We are from a faction within the Armada. We do not agree with this attack. We have knowledge that can help you. The veteran soldier narrowed his eyes. Why should we trust you? You are aliens. You belong to them. They do not know we help you, the hologram replied. We work in secret. Our knowledge of their ships, their weapons, and their strategies can give you an edge. But time is short. You must act now. The woman hesitated, then turned to the crowd. We have a choice. We can ignore this, or we can try. Humanity is strong, but help could make the difference. A young boy piped up. We have to trust them. They are against the Armada. That means they want the same thing we do: survival. The woman nodded. Prepare your teams. We move on my signal. Meanwhile, above the city, alien ships continued their scans, unaware that a faction within their ranks was secretly aiding humans. The holographic alien explained strategies, pointing out weak points in the Armada's formations and detailing ways to disrupt their energy systems. Humans listened carefully, planning their next moves. Are you sure this will work? A young soldier asked nervously. It will, the hologram said calmly. But you must act quickly and decisively. Hesitation will cost lives. The humans split into teams. Soldiers took positions near weak points in the city. Engineers prepared devices to jam alien sensors, and civilians assisted wherever they could. Drones zipped between buildings, carrying devices to critical spots. Every movement was precise, coordinated with the knowledge of the unexpected ally. From the alien bridge, the general frowned. Sensors are showing anomalies. Our formations are disrupted. But why? They are still fighting, an officer replied. But there is interference. Something is confusing our scans. The general slammed a claw against the console. Investigate immediately. Find the source. Meanwhile, on the streets, humans moved with renewed confidence. They knew where the alien strike teams would land, where beams would hit, and how to manipulate the battlefield. Engineers activated EMP pulses at the exact right time, disabling weapons. Drones tripped sensors, sending alien forces into confusion. "Watch!" "The rooftops!" shouted the woman. "Drones are incoming!" "Move to positions." Small teams of soldiers and civilians guided alien troops into traps, using the environment to their advantage. Fires, debris, narrow streets, and reflective surfaces caused chaos among the invaders. Every move, every action was now amplified. By the secret alien faction's guidance, the alien general growled, "We are losing control, every move we make." "They anticipate it. How is this possible?" "They have help," whispered a young officer. "Something, or someone, is guiding them." From the hologram, the secret ally's voice echoed softly. "You are doing well. Continue. The Armada underestimates you. That is your advantage. Use it wisely." A soldier laughed quietly, disbelief in his voice. "I can't believe this. Aliens helping us? Against the Armada? It's incredible." "Yes," the woman said firmly. "Incredible, yes, but we must not waste this chance. Move fast, act smart, and stay united. That is how humans survive." The alien ships above fired, trying to regain control, but humans now had the advantage of prediction and preparation. Drones blocked sensors, EMP pulses disabled weapons, and carefully planned traps stopped strike teams in their tracks. The invaders struggled, confusion spreading through their ranks. "Impossible!" shouted the general. "How can they be so coordinated, so prepared?" "They are not alone," the young officer said. "Someone is helping them. I am certain of it." On the streets, humans smiled quietly as they moved. They did not cheer or shout. Their victory was small, tactical, and precise. But the shift in momentum was clear. The alien faction's secret guidance had changed the battlefield. Humans were no longer just resisting, they were gaining. The woman turned to the young boy. "This is what I wanted you to see. Courage, strategy, and teamwork can overcome even the greatest power. Never forget that." The boy nodded, eyes wide. "We're going to win, aren't we?" "Not yet," she said, her voice steady. "But today, we've turned the tide, and tomorrow, we will be stronger. Together, humans and allies against anyone who underestimates us." Above, the Armada continued to hum with energy, massive ships searching for weaknesses. But now, some of their own had turned against them. The humans below, clever and united, had gained the upper hand, just enough to survive, just enough to fight back stronger than ever. And humanity moved forward, not just resisting, but striking with intelligence, courage, and the unexpected guidance of an ally from within the enemy ranks. The city trembled as alien ships hovered above, casting long shadows over streets littered with debris. Humans had prepared for this moment. Soldiers checked weapons, engineers activated drones, and civilians took cover while keeping watch. The unexpected allies' holographic instructions pulsed in real time, guiding every movement. "We're ready," the woman said, her voice steady. "Remember what we've learned. Fear is their weapon, do not give it to them." A young soldier looked at her nervously. "They are huge. Even with the traps and drones, can we really stop them?" "Yes," the veteran beside him said firmly. "We've turned the tide before. Today we strike back stronger, together." Above, alien ships adjusted positions. Massive beams of energy lit up the sky, seeking out human positions. The general's glowing eyes scanned the streets below. "They cannot survive this attack," he growled. "Crush them, everyone, leave nothing." The woman signaled the humans. "Now, move into position. Remember the plan. Drones first, then traps, then coordinated strikes." Small drones zipped between buildings, carrying pulses of energy that disrupted alien sensors. Some created illusions of human positions, drawing alien fire into empty streets. Others tripped electronic systems aboard the strike teams. Humans used every advantage: debris, reflective glass, narrow alleys, and even the smoke from small fires to confuse and mislead the invaders. "They are clever," muttered one alien officer, frustrated. "Every strike is anticipated. How can such primitive creatures fight like this?" "They are not just fighting," the general hissed. "They are thinking, calculating, planning. It is unnatural." From the rooftops, humans dropped nets and wires, ensnaring alien strike teams. EMP pulses disabled weapons at critical moments, leaving alien troops exposed. Civilians helped guide soldiers, move supplies, and keep drones operational. Every action was coordinated, precise, and deliberate. "Watch the left flank," the woman shouted. "The drones are drawing them in. Move into the trap." Aliens fired massive energy beams, but each attack was countered. Traps redirected blasts, shields absorbed impacts, and human coordination kept casualties minimal. Even the strongest alien suits faltered under unpredictable attacks from small, clever devices humans had hidden. A young soldier grinned. "They don't know what to expect next. Every move we make, it's like they're one step behind." "Good," the woman replied calmly. "Keep it that way. Patience, strategy, and unity, that is how humans survive. That is how we win." The alien general's frustration grew. "They are small, weak, fragile, and yet they are breaking our formations. How is this possible?" "They have help," whispered a lower-ranking officer. "From within our ranks, someone is guiding them, someone we cannot see." The general slammed a claw on the console. "Find them. Destroy the source of interference." Meanwhile, humans were advancing. Soldiers moved through narrow streets, attacking when the aliens were most vulnerable. Engineers sent more pulses to disrupt alien weapons. Drones swarmed above, confusing sensors and projecting false human positions. Civilians assisted, carrying supplies, helping the wounded, and keeping morale high. The woman raised her voice. "Now, focus all efforts on the main cannon. Use the EMP. Draw them into the streets." The holographic ally guided a final set of strategies. Target their energy junctions. Coordinate EMP pulses with drone movement. Confuse, trap, and disable. Timing is everything. Humans executed flawlessly. The main cannon powered up, but before it could fire, drones carried small M8 devices into its energy junctions. Pulses disrupted the systems, causing sparks and explosions across the weapon. Alien strike teams rushed to intervene but were met by human soldiers in prepared positions. "Impossible!" the general roared as his plans unraveled. "How can they do this?" "They are humans," the young officer whispered. "Clever, united, and brave. That is why." From the rooftops, the woman signaled the final maneuver. Soldiers moved into key positions, and civilians assisted wherever needed. Drones created illusions of human forces, drawing alien troops into traps. EMP pulses disabled alien weapons one by one. Energy beams misfired into empty streets. Chaos spread across the alien ranks. The general slammed a claw against the console again. Sparks flew. "We are losing control. Every strike is being countered." The veteran soldiers smiled grimly. "That's because they underestimated us. They thought fear would make us run. They didn't expect courage, strategy, and unity." The woman raised her voice to the humans below. "Stay focused. Keep moving. Protect each other. Today we show the Armada that humanity cannot be broken." A massive alien ship tried to retreat, but drones blocked its path, tripping sensors and sending the ship off balance. Smaller alien ships became trapped in narrow streets, their weapons useless against clever human tactics. The young boy pointed to a massive alien energy tower. "The cannon, it's down." "Yes," the woman said. "We've disabled it. Now, Push forward. Keep pressure. Don't give them a chance to recover. The alien general's voice shook. They are unstoppable. How can such primitive creatures be this strong? They are humans, whispered the young officer. And that is why they survive. By nightfall, alien forces were in disarray. Their ships hovered, damaged and confused. Strike teams were trapped or disabled. Humans had not only survived, but turned the battle in their favor. Their courage, strategy, and unity had triumphed against overwhelming power. The woman stood in the center of the plaza, looking up at the ships. Today we survived, today we fought back, and tomorrow we will rebuild, stronger and wiser. The boy looked at her, eyes wide. We really did it? Yes, she said firmly. Humanity fought with mind and heart. We were small, but we were clever. We were outnumbered, but we were united. That is how humans win. Above, the alien fleet retreated, cautious and wary. They had learned that strength alone could not conquer courage and intelligence. And on Earth, humans had proven that even the smallest, weakest species could challenge the mightiest enemy when they fought together, and humanity smiled, ready for whatever came next. The city lay in shadows, bathed in the dim glow of fires and flickering lights. Alien ships hovered above, battered and wary. Humans moved cautiously, alert to every sound, every movement. The battle had been long, exhausting, and dangerous, but the final moments were at hand. They are quiet, whispered the young soldier, scanning the streets. Too quiet. Are they planning something? Perhaps, said the veteran, tightening his grip on his rifle. Or perhaps they are afraid. Remember, fear is a weapon we don't give them. From above, the holographic ally spoke calmly. Humans, this is your moment. The Armada is weakened, confused, and divided. Strike carefully, but decisively. Your courage has brought you this far. The woman in the plaza raised her voice to the crowd. We have survived, we have fought, but the final fight is here. Stand together, trust each other. Humanity is stronger than any weapon, stronger than any fear. A young boy ran forward, pointing to the main alien ship, glowing with energy but faltering. Look, their big ship, it's unstable. We can end this now. Yes, the woman said. But we must act smart, follow the plan. Every move counts. Soldiers moved into positions along narrow streets, using debris and smoke for cover. Engineers activated drones carrying pulses to disable alien weapons. Civilians helped guide. Soldiers evacuate injured and operate hidden devices. Every action was coordinated, precise, and careful. Above, the alien general barked orders. Prepare the final strike. Destroy everything. Crush them before they finish us. They cannot withstand another full attack, a lower-ranking officer admitted nervously. We are losing control. Humans, they are clever, too clever. From the city, drones zipping overhead created illusions, drawing alien troops into traps. Small MP pulses disabled critical weapons, leaving alien strike teams exposed. Humans moved like shadows, unpredictable, precise, and fearless. Push forward. The woman shouted. Focus on the central cannon. Protect each other. Do not let them recover. The holographic ally's voice guided them. Timing is everything. Use the streets, the debris, the drones. Confuse them, trap them, and strike decisively. The main cannon is your target. The young soldier led a team into a narrow alley. Drones in place, EMP ready, let's do this. The main alien cannon powered up, energy crackling dangerously. But just as the aliens were about to fire, drones released synchronized MP pulses directly into the cannon's energy junctions. Sparks flew, alarms blared. Alien strike teams rushed in, but they were trapped by nets and wires, unable to move. Impossible! The general roared. How can they do this? They are humans, whispered his officer. Clever, united, and brave, that is why. The woman raised her voice over the chaos. Stand your ground, every move counts. Protect each other. We are humanity. Humans surged forward, carefully moving through narrow streets. Soldiers attacked from cover, drones misled alien sensors, and engineers continued to disable critical systems. Civilians kept morale high, assisted in logistics, and guided injured teammates to safety. Every person had a role. Every role mattered. The alien general's glowing eyes widened in disbelief. They are impossible. Weak, fragile, yet undefeated. How can this be? They fight with their minds, not just their weapons, whispered a young officer. That is why they survive. That is why they win. From the rooftops, the woman gave the final signal. Now, strike the ship's core. Focus everything on the junction. EMP pulses, drones, and humans' careful coordination targeted the ship's core. Explosions rippled across the hull. Sparks and fire erupted. The massive alien vessel shook violently, then tilted, unstable. Aliens inside screamed, trying to regain control, but it was too late. A massive crash shook the city. As the ship fell, sending energy beams misfiring into the sky. Remaining alien forces scattered, retreating in fear and confusion. Smaller ships tried to regroup, but were trapped by drones and clever human maneuvers. The young boy jumped in disbelief. We did it! The big ship, it's down! Yes, the woman said, smiling through exhaustion. We survived. We fought with courage, intelligence, and unity. Humanity has won not by power, but by heart and mind. The veteran soldier placed a hand on her shoulder. They underestimated us. They thought fear would control us. They did not know humans. From above, the holographic ally spoke. Well done. You have proven that even the smallest, weakest species can change the outcome of war with courage and cleverness. Your fight is over, for now. Humans stood in the streets, exhausted but alive. Fires burned, debris littered the roads. But every person had survived. The city was scarred, but humanity's spirit remained unbroken. The woman looked up at the dark sky. Now quiet, the hum of alien engines fading. Remember this moment, she said. Today we faced a force stronger than any we imagined. Today, we survived because we trusted each other, because we were brave, because we were clever. Humanity is not just strong, it is unstoppable when united. The young boy grinned. We really did it, didn't we? Yes, she said firmly. And now the universe knows what humans are capable of. They will never underestimate us again. Above, the alien fleet limped away, wary and defeated. Their confidence shattered, their belief in invincibility gone. Humanity had proven that courage, strategy, and unity could overcome overwhelming odds. The streets filled with cautious cheers. Soldiers hugged civilians. Engineers clapped hands. The boy ran forward, smiling at every corner. The woman stood quietly, absorbing the victory, knowing the battle was over, but the lessons would last forever. The holographic ally flickered one last time. Remember, humans, the universe is vast. You have shown it what you are capable of. Be ready for what comes next. The woman turned to the city around her. We will rebuild. We will be stronger. And we will never forget this. The greatest weapon we have is not in ships or guns. It is in our minds, our courage, and our unity. And humanity smiled, victorious, unbroken, and ready for the future, whatever it might bring.